call this municipal planning council meeting to order. It is now 6:05. Notices were published on the Guam Daily Post as well as the Government of Guam Public Notices Portal on Thursday, June 11th and Tuesday, June 16th. Can I get the secretary to please take roll?
Lauren Zapata, Robert Martinez, no, he is present via solution. Sorry, Robert Martinez. Yes, I don't know. Oh, I'm pressing. Sorry, can I again?
I'm present.
Okay.
Present.
There we go, thank you. Vice Mayor Nicholas Ramos.
Present.
Gregorio Pablo. Joseph B. Cruz Jr. Elizabeth Whittinger.
Present.
Peter B. Frias.
Present.
Jack E. Hattig. Mayor Francis Lozama.
Present.
Jonathan McDermott.
Present.
Norma Salas. Peter Santos.
Gaito.
Geraldine Tennyson, present. Benito Flores Torres. 7, 8. You have 8 present, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in person and 2 on Zoom.
Okay, there being a forum, can I request for a motion to proceed to new business to allow the representatives of the applicants to give their presentation?
I so move. Second.
Any objections? No objections, so ordered. So at this time, I'd like to acknowledge, Mr. Aguilar, who is here presenting on behalf of the applicant Eric Young Choi. Go ahead, Mr. Aguilar.
Okay, I apologize, we weren't able to provide my presentation here. First, Mr. Mayor, thank you for allowing me to provide this presentation for a zone change. Thank the NPC for showing up. It's dinner time. I know that it's a lot of sacrifice when you have to make this commitment, and it's very much appreciated. We are coming in to rezone a piece of property. It's lot 7128-1, and if I recall, I was advised everybody has a copy of the application. So at the end, please feel free to ask any questions you have. At the behest of the team, I was asked to do it short, make it short. You have a long list of folks in the agenda, so I'll proceed forward. So it's lot 7128-1. The property is currently zoned agriculture, and we're requesting to rezone it to R1 single-family zone. The property is nestled directly behind the up-and-coming Samsung subdivision. It's being constructed right now. They've got a guard there every day. But more so, it is located directly south and adjacent to the Paradise Meadows subdivision. And to give you more of an idea of where the property is located, it is approximately a quarter mile. Its entrance is approximately a quarter mile from the LDS Yigo temple. So if everybody can understand where this property has an issue with where this property is located, please, I'll try to expand on it. There's public access, water, public sewer, and there's power. Because of all the development that's occurred adjacent to this property, all these infrastructures are available. So, and they've been built to the point where they can accommodate increased capacities. So there you have it for infrastructure. This property is part of the mother lot 7128. And according to our research, every lot, my understanding, that was subdivided. It was subdivided into 4 lots, and every lot was rezoned to R1 with the exception of this property. I guess it was sold later on. Perhaps maybe the family wanted to keep it in the family or whatever the case may be, but this property didn't go through. Okay, so that's why we're coming before the MPC, and it's a good reason to rezone it because the request is consistent with the zoning attributes of the surrounding area. The property is currently vacant, so it had been cleared in the past. A lot of cascalho, you can see that's really flat, but secondary growth has occurred. And we do have a sign out there. You have to go through the Sing Song subdivision to see our sign. The sign law, public notification requirement says you have to put it on the property adjacent to an access. So that's how we were able to do it. Okay. Likewise, the actual access to the property or the legal easement has been cleared, but I think it's being used by the other housing development. I've seen some debris there and at the manor around it to get to the project site. That's all I have. I cut it down to three slides,
Thank you, Mr. Aguilar.
and I'm open to questions.
The question,
Yes, sir.
so this is property 7128, right?
-1.
That's one. It's divided into 4, right?
It was
subdivided?
Yeah, it's subdivided.
Okay, so the other 3 lots that was divided are already R1?
There are one. I think there is a sliver
Uh-huh.
that's along the access to the Paradise toll gate, or sorry, their security gate. There's like 3 or 4 lots there. I think they kind of just left it.
Is that property in the middle of any of the other properties or at the end?
They're at the middle.
They're at the middle, so the rest are have existing homes? Or,
Yes, pretty much so. Yeah.
and somehow,
Go ahead.
and somehow this property can get revised to R1, right?
Well, I think what happened was they sold,
Yeah.
and they said it's up to you, perhaps. I do recall back in, Harry helped me out with this, back in the early 90s, they had rezoned most of these properties, perhaps maybe even as early as 1985. And there was a development company out of Hawaii, Gentry Homes, and they wanted to put up these wooden homes. And the rezone happened, but the development scheme for their subdivision didn't go through. So what came in place, I think, was perhaps Paradise.
That's it.
Any other questions?
I just want to make one last statement, Ms. Mayor, if I may. I mean, the rezoning of this property is a direct response to the need for housing, and not necessarily just the military, but for local housing as well. We need to get over that threshold so we can build more houses. Right now, the property is set to accommodate about 107 individual homes, but with infrastructure improvements, it's connecting with sewer, paving providing curb and gutter, street lights and whatnot, that takes up a good percentage of the property. So we're guesstimating perhaps maybe about 80 homes or less can be built, actually, essentially. Okay. I'm sorry, I just had to throw that in.
So the other 4 properties that you were talking about that were rezoned, that's already developed?
The most obvious one is Sing Song and Paradise.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Paradise has another piece of property to the north of
To
it
the north.
that hasn't been fully developed yet. Likewise with Sing Song, they have a portion across the street where they need to develop as well, but looks like they're focusing on what they have right now. Perhaps maybe that was a response to the increase in development costs. I don't know. Yeah.
Any other questions? No? No questions?
No, that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Aguilar.
That's it. Thank you. Okay. I do have to reiterate, we do have to have another MPC hearing for this case. guys can consider a resolution?
Yes.
Thank you.
So, what's gonna happen is, we still need to conduct, the 2 public hearings. So, the reason why I went ahead and put them on the agenda is so that he can give his presentation, and then, of course, the public hearing, more info, maybe more details, and then we come back, already, we're aware of, what the applicant wants, and so.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Next on the agenda is the applicant, represented by, applicant is Mr. Louis Wings.
Just going to pass out some handouts.
Thank you.
Buenas and Hakaday, and good evening. I'd like to thank Mayor Lizama and Vice Mayor Bloss for having us here tonight. My name is Lina Rojas from WB Flores and Associates. I am the project manager representing Mr. Luis Duenas and Mr. John Duenas on their request for a summary zone change for lot 5-1, block 3, tract 243 in the municipality of Yigo, application number 2026-04 from an R1 to an R2. The property is owned by Mr. Luis Duenas and Manuela G. Duenas, and it's located on Pico Isabella Loop, which is about 1,200 feet from here. The current zoning on the property is an R1. It was originally approved for a conditional use for a duplex in 1990. The summary zone change will allow Mr. Duenas to construct 2 additional duplexes consisting of 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, living room, dining room, kitchen, for a total of 4 more additional units. Each unit will be about 1,000 square feet in size. The lot measures about 40,256 square feet. The property has 2 existing duplexes consisting of 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, living room, dining room, and kitchen. The surrounding land use consists of single-family dwellings, multiple family dwellings, and vacant lots. To the west of the property is a vacant lot, and you can see that on the vicinity map on the second to the last page. To the immediate north is a 4-unit apartment building and single-family dwellings. To the south and east of the property are single-family dwellings as well. The property is relatively flat. There is existing infrastructure for sewer, water, and electrical power along with 40-foot easement. The current duplexes that are there are serviced by public sewer. On the last 2 pages, you can see the vicinity map and also the overall site plan of the plans for Mr. Duenas to add 2 additional duplexes. And that's pretty much it. Any questions?
Any questions? So there's an existing duplex over there.
There's 2, yes.
It's already a R2, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm hard
The
to.
rest of the existing.
The existing, it should be a R2 already.
Yeah, well, yeah, it should have been, but back in 1990 was an R1 and they applied and the TLUC at the time approved a conditional use. Or to allow for the duplex.
So,
Yeah, so in the packet that you have, that was submitted, we originally submitted a copy of the NOA for the conditional use is on Exhibit 5. Do you need to see a copy of that?
No.
any questions?
No question.
So with this application, unlike the first one, this one here, the two public hearings were waived.
Yes.
So in other words, the previous, we would still do the two public hearings with this one, the public hearing. So,
So are you requesting a, something from us today? Or we want to have another meeting?
no. So after this, it's up to the body, their position on the resolution.
Yeah, basically to approve, this one resolution.
Any questions? No? No questions, thank you.
Thank you
Ms.
so
Rojas.
much for your time. Have a good evening.
Okay, moving on to, the next application, which is item 3, proposed and price, motion to table, this item. This one here, will be represented by Mr. Dan Sweet. So I can get a motion to table. Motion by, the vice mayor to table item 3. Any objections?
No objection.
No objections on the motion. Moving on to the last application, we have Mr. Harry Gutierrez here representing Lynn Kuchen. Mr. Gutierrez?
My client's property, I think you, most of you know the location, but on the main road. It has water, power, sewer. And I think it has also fire hydrant right in front of it. My client was wanting to build 2 houses in it, but, because of the family. But the bank recommended that they subdivide the property. Because it's 1,300, almost 1,300 square feet. And the standard house lot is 463. So this is to be a house lot that would be 600 square meters per lot. And the financing would be a lot easier. Most of the bank would rather finance a single family home. That's the main reason. They were going to build a 3-unit apartment on the main zone. The bank is discouraging it. Not appropriate. I'm sorry, I've been in and out of the hospital for the last 3 months, so I'm trying to get myself together.
No.
I'm all right now. So, this is my second case since I got out of the hospital. If there's any other question, I'm more than happy to answer.
These are the two that we emailed to us.
Yes.
The ones that you emailed to us.
Yes. So this is on,
But-
Shannon Luna?
Yeah, Shannon.
Yes.
Is this the road going down to,
From Paris Acres to Route 15?
okay.
That's Paris Acres.
Oh, okay, now, yeah.
That place is really developing now. Matter of fact, I got 2 clients that want to subdivide the property and make 14 lots out of it. All of the way until they recover. Or go someplace. I've been trying to train local people to do this kind of work. It's very educating.
So this application again is, like the previous where, the public hearing was waived. We don't have to do the 2 public hearings.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of, the resolution.
It's a resolution that's
Any questions?
No, but if I remember correctly, the surrounding lots are already rezoned to R1.
yeah, majority of it.
Yes.
You're correct. In fact, my client on the other side, down the street from Payless Market, He's having a hard time zoning it because of the military. It's lots of volume in the military. So he just left, I told him just leave it at M1, H.
Any questions?
No.
No questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gutierrez. Okay. Moving on to, first, can I get a motion to revert back to, the approval of minutes?
I'll make a motion to refer back to approval of minutes.
Is there a second?
Second. I'll second.
Okay, there's a motion to revert back to, approval of minutes. Any objections? No objections? So ordered. On the approval of minutes, any discussion? I know the secretary posted the minutes on the WhatsApp, of course, subject to correction. So, any discussion on the minutes? Any questions? No? Okay, if not, can I get a motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, motion by, Mr. Frias, seconded by the vice. Any objections? None? So ordered. Moving on to the financial, report. Okay, so I provided a copy, to everyone, on the financial report, the appropriated funds. Of course, starting off with, fiscal year, 2025, which is the carryover. So as of June 18, our beginning balance for the general fund is 8,618.17, and of course, expenditures of 12,131.51. So, during our mayor's council meeting, we were informed that each village, each mayor's office will receive an additional 40,000. And this is from the prior year carryover. However, it is strictly for object class 230, which is contractual, and the deadline to use this funds is July 1st. So, yes, that's like 2 weeks from now, but I have plans. So our balance for that is 6,353.12. And then moving on to our GEF account, beginning balance 31,919.22. Expenditures is 18,493.26, and then of course an additional 14,340.29, which brings our balance to 27,766.25. Limited gaming fund, beginning balance 6,138. Carryover, again, that's only for object class 230, 15,793.25, and then the expenditures is 3,776.84. Our balance is 18,154.41. These are the only 3 accounts that receive the additional funding. So the 3 additional is a total of 40,000. And then moving on to the MCOG operation supplemental, beginning is 16,097.76. Expenditures is 5,369.51, and our balance is 10,728.25. So the total carryover amount is 170,768.15. Of course, our expenditures 99,420.12, which leaves us a balance of 71,348.03. And that's just for FY 2025 carryover. The Delegate Buffer Strip, beginning balance, 107,995. Our expenditure, 59,649. Our balance is 48,346. Okay, so that is, for FY 25, carried on over to this fiscal year. Any questions? No questions? Okay. Moving on to the appropriated funds for fiscal year 2026. Beginning balance for our general fund is 18,000. Our expenditure is 5,016. Our balance is 12,984. For our general fund, beginning 23,684.21, expenditure 9,783.67, and our balance is 13,900.54. Our MCOG miscellaneous operations general fund, 100,263, expenditure is 95,010.45. Balance is 5,252.55. Our GEF account, beginning 62,427.86, expenditure 47,419.54, balance is 15,008.32. Limited gaming plan, beginning $18,082. Expenditure $15,392.37. Balance is $2,689.63. Our total funding for FY 26 was $222,457.07. Our total expenditure is $172,622.03. Our balance is $49,835.0. Any questions on that? No questions? No questions? Okay, so, because the fiscal year is coming to an end, last day to submit any procurement request is August 1st. So, I'm sorry, let me finish with my apologies. The next item, Silmon. So every mayor's office received $250,000 emergency funds. So I provided you a listing of the expenditures on what we purchased, what was the funding used for. So of course, if you notice, we purchased equipment, we purchased maintenance supplies, construction supplies, big items, big ticket items like a backhoe. Yes, we do have a backhoe now. And then also we had blanket purchase agreements for food and drinks, and this was to feed the workers and the volunteers that came out. So the total amount that we spent was $211,922.89. That's actual expenditures. What was encumbered was $212,047.53. So the amount encumbered is a little bit higher only because when invoices are submitted, it could be less than what the PO was for. So if you see the amount in blue, 124.64, that is for liquidation. And that's because we have 4 or 5 vendors who we submitted invoices less than the PO amount, which is the first column. If you notice, line item 8, FEMA, boxed water. So, we purchased, prior to, the closing of Sinlock, the mayors were asked who wanted to purchase water. So, being that, some areas, didn't have water, we purchased water. And if you notice, invoice amount, PO balance is 0, because, we have not been billed for that. So I don't know whether it's something that, they're not gonna bill us for. So, we're talking about 10 pallets of water. These are the boxed water. So, I think each, I don't know, each pallet has,
A lot.
yeah, so it's over, I believe over 100 boxed water per pallet, so, we're talking about 10 pallets. So, we do have that, at the gym, stored at the gym. We will use that in case of emergencies, families who, misfortune. So, that's one of the reasons, considering the whole incident with, Dodrin, we want to be better prepared. So that's the, report for Sinlock. And then moving on to our, non-appropriated funds, which is our checking account. Our month-end balance is 10,672.40. Of course, our revenue in April, 4,116, and that was, the fundraising that we, had for our liberation candidate. And then, of course, $350, for civil weddings for April. So if you notice the total revenue, I did not include the 4,116 because that is already inclusive of the month-end balance. So after the deposit of the April wedding, which was in June 3rd, our balance is 11,022.40. And then, of course, our expenditures, two expenditures, 830.52 for the KETA grant, and $4,116, and that was turned into the mayor's council. As you know, any funds raised goes towards our candidates. So that was due on June 5th. So our total expenditure is 4,946.52. So our actual balance as of today is 6,075.88. So in previous months, of course, the $20,000 grant award was included in that. So as of May 6th, we closed out, Vice closed out that project. And we expended all the funds. Because if any funds were to remain, we would have to reimburse that to them. So thanks to the Vice, this project is completed. Final report was sent to PIDA
That day. Yeah.
May 7th. It was, the deadline was April 8th, but we requested for an extension, and so May 7th was the extension, and
And we did the extension to the 55 for that.
yes.
So they were able to give us that.
Yes. Any questions?
No,
Okay, so again, going back to the appropriated funds, I know that fiscal year end is coming up, and our last day to submit any procurement would be August 1st. However, I do have plans, for the funding, and I'll talk about that, later in my report. Okay, so that's the, financial report. Any questions? Any discussions on the report?
Good job on the backhoe. And
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, you guys are given like a timeline to spend all of that, right? Like a
Yes,
super short timeline.
yes,
And
yes.
it has to be stuff that's on island, no special order.
Correct,
So
yes.
like, because I know like everybody was scrambling around just to see what's on island, and no one expected like, that kind of stuff. So all the local businesses were whatever they had, so.
Then I imagine too, some of the vendors, the power was still out while we were trying to.
Yeah. I was trying to find steak trucks and all kinds of stuff.
Yes, as a matter of fact, when I mentioned about the backhoe, so the backhoe that we got is a downgrade from what we wanted to get, but they're gonna beat us to it, so, but that's okay.
But at least you got something, right?
Yes, yes.
Like
As a
that.
matter of fact, the vendor mentioned that that was the last one.
Yeah.
So, we were in luck.
Put it to the test already.
This job.
Some of the guys are trying to get their mayor's office certifications on using it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does the job, I guess.
Yes. So, and,
So, I'm sorry, but, so right now there's just one operator that just operates it?
Yeah, usually it's Ethan.
Yeah.
And then, so, well, the goal is to try to get, well versed on the guys and kind of rely on Ethan all the time when we.
yes.
Yeah.
Especially during flood season.
Yes.
So rainy season's coming up, and it's good to have it.
Yes, and that's, one of the things too is, I'm going to try and get a hold of, what's the one in Bear Valley?
DRC? Or,
Across Hackamore?
The one that does, certifications.
Guam Contractors Association,
One
the,
trade.
Oh, the trade, yeah.
Yeah, so I wanna see what it's gonna cost to get the guys and the bikes, certified. Yeah, so, and so far they've been, pretty good. They do their own little practice behind the gym, so,
But it'd be a lot better, if someone could sit us down and say what this is for, not us just trying it out.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you wanna practice in the back of my,
Yeah.
So, it comes in handy because it's really helping out the maintenance guys. So,
that's good.
You too,
so,
you too.
Just learn on
Try it
furniture.
already, tell you how to turn it on.
okay, so any questions?
no.
There being none, can I get a motion?
I make a motion to approve the financial report.
A second.
Okay, there's a motion to approve the financial report. Any objections? No objections? So ordered. Moving on to mayor's report. Again, just reporting the grant. Deadline was April 8th, extended to May 7th. That's completed and closed out. Moving on to Hawaiian Rock product. They're trying to reactivate their quarry at Mount Santa Rosa. There was a public meeting, and I say public meeting because they're not required to have a public hearing. Public meeting is just to give information to the residents. That was scheduled for April 15th, however, due to some lawsuit that was canceled. Mr. Felix Beneventi is currently working with Hawaiian Rock to schedule a date. Once that is finalized, I will inform the council members. Moving on to item 3, CDBG-DR housing program. GURA CDBG-DR program was for Guma Maulit, Make Homes Good. Their housing program launched on April 30th. Applications are still being accepted at Danish Shopping Center, second floor, which is the old GameStop, Monday through Friday, 8 AM to 5 PM. So I don't know when's their last day, but, this is, to help those who, received damages and didn't get any help with FEMA from Typhoon Mara. So of course, there are documents that, needs to be provided. Believe me, it's a long list. The applicants would have to provide those documents when they do go, to apply. So again, that's, second floor, again, in shopping center, Monday through Friday, 8 AM to 5 PM. Senior Citizen Center, of course, some of you may have seen the, kitchen renovation, it's 100% completed. Invoice was submitted for processing. We received the PO for the retiling of, the center, and this will commence July 1st. I'm still waiting on a PO for the windows, which are here, and the glass blocks in the 2 offices, and to repair the leaks, which is here and the one, by the door. I'm still waiting on that. And then I submitted a procurement for the painting of the exterior and the roof, which is the elastomeric. And I'm hoping that, I do get that soon, because again, we all know that the Manakus are at Estumbo, and visiting them, the first thing they ask is, when are we going back? So, and of course, I have to explain to them all the things that we're trying to do for them to come back to almost a brand new. So, we don't have to move them out again, but they're excited. Restrooms, definitely that's one of the items that I'd like to work on as well, because, they've been having issues with it. So far, nothing yet. So, definitely, we need to, renovate the restroom as well. So, that being said, again, going back to the finance, one of the things that I'm trying to do is, get all that funding moved over to contractual so that we're able to do the work. I'm estimating the restroom to cost us about $45,000, and that's for both restrooms. And then, of course, the painting, that we don't have to worry, already that's, been submitted. The only thing now is the restroom, for submission. So, that's the reason why, I haven't really done anything with the finances, because I want to be able to accommodate these renovations for this building. Any questions so far? No? Okay, moving on, K1 Care Force Giving Tuesday. They did this last year. They're partnered with Kmart, village to village operation restock. What they do is they collect toiletries, non-perishable food items, and baby essentials for families in need. Donation will be made to the office next week, Tuesday. They call it Together Tuesday, June 23rd. What time, I don't know. Because they're going around the island, so hopefully in the morning. And of course, this was coordinated with Betty Ann Guerrero, who is the ambassador, and she also works for K1. So that will be next week, Tuesday. Moving on, Guam National Heritage Area Feasibility Study. This was something that was held yesterday, attended by myself, Councilmember Pete Frias and Norma Salas. It's Guam Preservation Trust, UOG, Guampedia, and National Park Service. I provided you a copy of what was discussed, and I tell you, there's a survey that they're doing. It started May 2nd. Last day is July. They said 1st, but I'm reading their pamphlet. It says 2nd. they're looking to extend the deadline, and what it is, there's areas that they would like to identify as heritage areas. So like we have in Inalahan, the church, Molesto, Nevada, Santa Rita, all these areas. And so, one of the areas is the Texan. So, so attending this, I learned something new yesterday.
Yeah.
How many of us know where the Texan is?
It's like we're sitting there, like is that the general location, like the?
So when they asked who's been to the Texan, I didn't raise my hand because I didn't know where the Texan was. I knew it's in the north, but it's also known as Reptilian Wildlife.
Okay, I didn't know that's the, I thought it was like somewhere in the area, I didn't know it's the exact.
No, so I never knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like I said, I learned something new yesterday.
Okay.
And one of the reasons why they're trying to get that on the heritage area is because according to Rita Nanta, who's been very instrumental in the Wampilia and this whole historic issue is there's carvings in the cave. What is it, paintings, they call it, but unfortunately it was graffiti.
This property is, alumni.
Oh.
Oh my God.
I think it's like 82 fires, something like that.
Yeah, and then there was also a village known in that area, or Lati.
I
think
And then the only star map, there's a
So
star
I'm
map.
like, wow.
Yeah.
I never knew that. And now I understand this whole thing with Maneka Flores, right? Is because I never knew what, I thought it was just one property, they just don't want it, what is it, improved or developed, not knowing that they have these there. And so now I understand, okay, now, and like I said, and there's something yesterday is, okay, so that was the whole purpose of them taking that stand is because to preserve what's from back then, you know? And definitely, I'd like to go and pay a visit. I haven't seen it, but this is one of the areas that they're talking about, heritage area. Norma brought up about Tana. So if there's any other areas that you guys may know, please bring it up because they're willing to look into it. You know, and if they can get it as part of the heritage area, that would be great. Because there's also funding to manage the program. They're looking at up to 500,000. So, you know, any way that we can assist them. And one of the things is the survey. They're doing the survey, so there's this QR code, but there's also the link. So they're trying to get as many people to do the survey. So, and then they also talked about maybe they can do an outreach in the villages, come out and do meetings, you know, to let the residents be more aware of what they're trying to do, and at the same time, you know, maybe do the survey as well. One of the attendees suggested going door to door. You know, it's camping season, so you're out canvassing,
Yeah.
you know, while you're there talking to them. Hey, how about we just complete the survey? They're trying to, I don't remember the number of surveys they're trying to hit, but they're trying to get as much survey done. So again, you know, I also encourage you guys to take the survey.
I believe also, Mayor, that there's only one heritage in the U.S. territory. There is only one that was granted a heritage how do you say it?
With the funding?
No, out of all the,
Preservation.
preservation, yeah. There's only one, and if we get this to the study, that'll be this, yeah.
Second one.
So, I gave each one of you a copy of this, and there's questions there, that maybe, you're wondering, what it's about, who designates the area and all that, so, first time I've seen this method actually. And we got this, yesterday. So, I'm willing to share it with others, even to post it on the chat, you know, for those who have not seen it, have not read it, or don't know what it's about. So, you know, I'm just asking that we also take the survey and share the information.
There is, nationwide, there are currently 62 designated national heritage areas in 35 states and 1 territory that support the diversity of conservation.
And is this, something that you look at as the Yigo chat, like, for the Yigo residents to
So yes,
take part of?
so again, I just got this yesterday. So yes, I'm willing to share it on the chat, on the Yigo chat, as well as the MC and our YPC chat, whatever chat. And, you know, I'm hoping to get people to do the survey. One of the things that was brought up is, one of the attendees mentioned, oh, you know, people don't like to read nowadays. You know, and having something like this, something long to read, nobody's gonna wanna read it. So, you know, they had asked, maybe you can come up with something smaller, more compact, information, so that it's not one of, like this, where people have to actually sit down and read it. Because again, the attendee mentioned, nobody wants to read nowadays. So,
I like the pictures.
yeah, that's me. If it's something, I just look through the pictures. I prefer pictures. But, yes, you know, attending that meeting, really was an interest for me because, something I didn't know and now I know.
So this is just a, like, let's say we all, this, everything.
Yeah, I mean, you know, bring it up and, yeah,
And then, any.
it's worth looking at.
Suggestions or questions you have, you can, it's in that survey. And then, I think they also mentioned if you knew anyone who can, like the elders right here, if they could share
There's
their
a
story, they're
story,
willing to record it.
Yes,
Because that's our bullets when our representative goes to Congress.
yes. So,
I think Colin was a really good suggestion on that one.
so, it's funny because when we got there, before they started, they gave everybody a sheet of paper that had questionnaires, and we had to answer. And, you know, I told Peter, I said, I thought it was 15 minutes. But, you know, it was really based on your opinion or, you know, so.
Yeah, you have to put your name in the paper. But it was very interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, and then there's another one, something about the, Mariana Street, or?
Mhm. Yes, so the Marianas Trench, is also
There's a
known as,
tomorrow meeting or something.
yeah, it's also known as, yeah,
What was the word, no word for this?
what is the term?
Yeah, thanks.
Apuzatasi.
Yeah, I
Apuzatasi.
did not know that.
I didn't know that either, so, you know, like I said, I learned something new yesterday.
I didn't know that they named it, like,
Yes, it's a tomorrow, the ancient tomorrow meeting that area,
oh, okay.
Yes.
very interesting.
Yeah, so if we can just take the survey.
Thank you, Pete and Norma, for representing us.
Of course. Thank you for your knowledge.
You're very welcome. I knew you guys.
I know my food was good.
It was great.
It was continental breakfast, so. Anyways, any questions? No? Okay, moving on to, item 7. The Governor's Summer Youth Employment Program, this is the one, joined with DYA. So, the program started Monday. We have 12 kids, 8 male, 4 females. So, of course, the 8 males, have been very, helpful with, assisting the community maintenance workers and the likes. The females are assisting with the clerical. However, today they wanted to step outside the office, so they did some delivery of donations to Hill Plaza. And interesting, having a talk with them before, a lot of them have never been in that place. And they were just taken aback at how the living conditions. So, yeah. One of the things prior to them starting, or Monday, Ethan had them sit down and do a little essay. He did this with last year. So, majority of them, if not all of them, mention about wanting to assist other people, giving back, things like that. So I told Ethan, I said, this is a good opportunity for them to put it in action. So they're going out again tomorrow, and they're excited. They're wanting to go out. So this is something new for them. And again, some of them, if not all of them, have never been in that area. So they're just, now it's like a thought process for them of, you know, what I have, you know, we take for granted. So, you know, and seeing those at the other areas. So, you know, I'm hoping that they do continue after the program, and because they're only here for 6 weeks. 6 weeks, and so after the 6 weeks, I'm hoping that they continue to do what they want to do, is assist others.
Yes.
Yes, 2 of them is from Agate, but
They
stay with their grandparents.
And those 2 also go to career tech and that, so they frequent that.
And then we have 2 returnees
Yeah.
who brought their
Big brother.
little brother, so their little big brother. But we have several who are siblings. So this is a good bunch. Not to say that last year was good, but this one, they're all excited.
And you can tell the returnees really like what they're doing because they signed up for the Universe office again. Oh, yeah.
They're given a great opportunity, yeah, to learn all about inside our college.
So again, today, we were taking them to help with canopies and stuff like that. They're, you know, they just keep out, well, what area in our village are we at now? You know, oh, so this is called Sardis 1. We're Sardis 2.
So, it's an opportunity for them to learn more about Yigo, you know, the areas, because we're a very diverse community, so, you know, I'm happy to have these kids. Last year, I think we had 10,
But we lost
so 2.
Yeah.
So hopefully, our group gets bigger come next year. So yes, they're here for 6 weeks. Tomorrow, they're excited because the guys are gonna barbecue for lunch. Yeah. So,
6 weeks, does that include liberation?
yes.
So just like last year,
Yes.
some of them rode the floor with us. Yeah, but we during that time.
Moving on to the next item, Happy Landing Lawn and Janitorial Service. So this is, a small business, lawn service from Yigo. They did work for us, last year, October 11, 16, and the 21st. This was the grass cutting along Gajanero from Route 1, the traffic light, all the way to Route 15, the four-way. And I submitted their invoice for payment, however, it got returned. So to this date, they have not gotten paid. For every invoice was $499. And, you know, to me, the work that they did is not even, it's more than the 499, because aside from Route 1, they also did, around here, the senior center, the basketball court, and then, of course, the softball field going up. So they did more than what, they're charging us. Because that has been since October of last year, they're requesting if we're able to pay them what's due, which is $1,497.
That's for two services.
This is for three services.
Three invoices.
Three invoices. Each invoice was $499. If any of you are familiar, Polycart Luther, he plays ball, he lives in Yigo. His wife works at Monadera store. So if you ever go there, she's the one with the long hair. She's a Pontiac. So they have a small,
Her name is Perdita.
yes, Perdita. So they have a small lawn care business. So they're requesting for payment.
How do we get them paid?
So the next best for us to make that payment is through our NAP account, which is the checking account.
Is there a reason why they can't return back the invoice?
Because something like that should have been put out for bid. Yeah, but at the moment, because school had opened, we were trying to get
Yes,
everything, so.
So there's no way they reimburse on, it's a done deal with that? Yeah, no, the work has been done and you get
Yes.
paid.
Yes,
And just leave it at that.
yes.
So there is $6,785.88 in the account now.
Yes.
Need a motion to use that account, okay? So, I make a motion to pay Happy Landing Lawn and Janitorial Services in the amount of $1,497 for the three invoices they sent to us using the, non-appropriated funds.
There's a motion to pay Happy Landing $1,497 from the non-appropriated, which is the checking account. Is there a second?
I will second.
On the motion, any questions, discussions? Any objections? No objections? So ordered. Okay, last item. As you know, July is coming up in 2 weeks. Casa Chilean Massacre Memorial Ceremony is scheduled for July 16th. That's a Thursday, 10 a.m. It's going to be the same as last year. We're going to follow the same format. Of course, there's the wreath laying. And of course, that would be done by myself, the vice, and the council members, and I'm inviting you to be there. For those who showed up last year, thank you. Last year, talking to one of the families, they were very thankful that we started up the memorial ceremony at Julian because previously it was just mass, and so they were very thankful because they came from off island. And so my thing is, well, they're here from off island, traveled this far, why not? Also because in line with all the other ceremonies around the island, some of them like to follow all the ceremonies, so, keeping it in July. Yes, previously, Mass was in August, but because by then, all the events are done. So it didn't make sense for somebody who came here for the Menangan to leave and then come back for Jabrian in August or prolong their stay. So last year I made the decision to keep it within the July in line with everybody else. And so this year it will be on the 16th, same time, 10 a.m. And again, same format with the benediction, the presentation of the colors, the whole 9 yards. So I will keep you guys posted on the happenings of this. Definitely, again, like last year, lunch will be provided. We've already gotten the PO for the caterers, which is from last year, Neomar. So again, this is for July 16, 10 a.m.
I have a couple of things I would like to mention. One, so Father last year was, of course, in his full garb. So luckily I had a fan and I used the fan for him. So maybe we can get a fan for Father. The other thing is Dr. Weir brought his posters, which made it a lot more. I mean, there was a lot of people, I heard some people saying, wow, that's not really appropriate to see those. But it made it a lot more real,
You're talking about the photos.
the photos,
Yes.
the posters.
Yes, I heard that they were pretty graphic.
They were, but at the same time, it made it more realistic, the occasion to see what actually occurred. We can hear people talk, we can put names up, but those photos really brought it home. So I don't know if he's gonna bring it again, or maybe we can ask him for a copy so that every year we can put it off in a discreet area and people who wants to see it can see it. Not this, last year he just put it right in the front of everybody, it was right in everybody's face.
Yeah.
Maybe move it off to the side and just let people know, hey, there are some photos here. If you want to look at it, if you want to see it, we warn you that it's very graphic. Yeah. But it did
A
really,
little bit later too, so.
Yes.
Having it a little bit earlier as well.
yeah. But yeah, so bring a fan for Father. Because he was, God bless his soul or his heart, because he was in his full garb.
Yeah. Okay, so again, save the date, July 16, 10 a.m.
And everyone, or all the different memorials, they published it yesterday in the paper.
Yes.
So if you're interested in seeing all the different ones across for the whole month of July, I think it's already been put out.
Any questions? Oh, that's last year's. Yeah, that's last year's. Okay. Any questions? No? Okay, so moving on to old business. First item is the 82nd Liberation Committee candidate, Felicia Salas. So we had a fundraiser in April, the BART fundraiser. We raised $4,116. And of course, the deadline for submission to the council was June 5th. Check was submitted to the council on that day. The pageant and coronation is scheduled for Saturday, June 27th at Neil Palace, 6 p.m. There are tickets that are being sold, $25 for general admission, $50 for VIP. So how this works, like last year, any tickets sold by our candidate will be credited to her. So on top of what she submitted, they will add the ticket sales to that. I have tickets here for those who are interested. I ask for your support because last year we had a candidate, but I think it was just her husband and her daughter. Is it daughter?
Our users.
Yeah. And so, being that we are her sponsors, I'm hoping that we're able to support her that way, being there to participate and, just be there at the pageant.
June 27th, right?
June 27th.
That's an evening.
Yes. Doors open at 6 p.m. and then the pageant starts at 7. So again, there's the $25 for the general admission, and then there's the $50, which is VIP. So I only have tickets for the general. If you'd like the VIP, let me know so that I can give her a call, because she has the VIP tickets. She was only given 10. I don't know whether all 10 is accounted for, but definitely then I would have to call Mayor PJ to get the additional tickets. So if you're interested, please let me know. Another item is her outfits. So there's the evening gown, there's the native, which is her costume, and the streetwear. Streetwear, I think it's more like, I don't know if it's, your eyewear, your shorts and zori or something beachwear thing. But those are the 3 outfits. So the native costume, again, they mentioned, it has to be, yes. So she's chosen to do the fruit bag. She's having someone sew her outfits. Miss Rhoda, and right now the cost is $250, and that's just for the fabric. That's not including labor. And I know I had talked with her, and she needs help with the cost. And again, being that we are her sponsors, I think that we should be able to. And so with that being said, my suggestion is that we allocate up to $1,000. Whatever she spends, of course, she's gonna have to provide receipts. If it's less than that, then of course, it still stays with us. The remaining funds will stay with us. So, that's at least our way of assisting her. Earlier, when I was talking with her, I kind of brought up the subject of, because I got a call from Mayor PJ who mentioned that she was planning on pulling out from dropping. But, in speaking with her, she's okay. She's gonna see this through. It was, according to her, it's maybe one of those moments where, um, her exhaustion, because she does work. She's working, and then aside from that, she goes to the practice, the rehearsal, so, she mentioned it could be because maybe she's exhausted or her, what is it, her mood swings, having that thought. But she's okay. She's okay now, and she's gonna see it through. She's just asking for assistance in her evening gown, her costume, and her streetwear. So, again, that's my suggestion.
If we do that, then that would be basically the, separated budget.
Yes. So, any discussions, any thoughts, any recommendations?
Do you have any other,
Well, she's been in already, quite a bit. We've done a lot already for that fundraiser and all that.
Should we have another fundraiser?
So they were supposed to have a car wash, I believe, 2 weeks ago, maybe, or 3 weeks ago. However, she did mention that her mom had to leave off island for, I don't know if it was a family matter, so of course, that car wash didn't happen. So,
I thought I saw, the invite for the dinner or the pageant. Did someone send that out?
I think that's the just one of tickets, right? On the chat?
Yeah. Can you, I don't see it anymore in my chat, but, because I wanted to send it to Stacia, see if she, ask her if she wanted to go. It's for the pageant.
Yeah.
I thought I saw something.
I think I did.
Yeah.
A while back, not too far back.
Yeah, I remember kind of seeing and thinking that we would discuss it tonight and not maybe able to get to this time.
so,
I'll make a motion to, go ahead with this.
okay, there's a motion.
I second to use the non-appropriated funds. The amount of $1,000, which is $1,000.
Up to 1,000, right?
Up
Yeah,
to
up to
1,000,
1,000.
up to 1,000, and then after returning anything in the news funds as well as receipts.
There's a motion to allocate up to $1,000 for our candidate. This is for her evening gown, her native costume, and the streetwear. And receipts will be provided. On the motion, any
I'll
discussion?
second. Oh, no.
Any questions? No? Any objections? No objections? So ordered.
Hope that's enough. Yeah. Hope that's more than enough, but just, yeah. And these days, it's
Now the-
Okay,
expensive, yeah.
moving on to the next item, the Liberation Day float. So this year's theme is Para y Honra, Para y Gloria. We received a trailer from Smithbridge, and it's higher than usual. I think
5 feet.
5 feet. So, of course, what we put on it, we have to adjust because, again, all the wires along Route 1 heading down. I know last year, Ethan was using a stick to
Push it up.
push up the wires, so now we're talking about even a higher tree.
It's what's the standard on the regular bed? The normal size
For the bed.
for the bed, yeah. 3,
The height.
4.
Oh, for the height? That, the size is like around 4 feet.
So that's about
If it's
a
not
foot more, right?
yeah, so the idea now is, last year we were shooting for the stars with the A-frame one. We have to cut that down. I believe the standard height to operate on the room is 13 feet. We shouldn't go past 13, just to be safe. So already there's 5, right? We need 8 feet.
So again, we have to compensate, for the height of the trailer. I know Ethan, the guys are going to, I don't know if they started already.
So today we just started with the framing. The issue that we came across was that the trailer is fully metal, right? Steel, it's a steel trailer. But we did find out that there's, I believe, 1/2 inch or 1 inch holes, about 16 inches apart from each other. So we can utilize that, but it would have to be nut and bolt. And then it's one of those trailers, I don't know if you're familiar, it has straps, right? So it's kind of like heavy duty type straps, so we can utilize that as well. But yeah, we just started with the frame today, and then we have to come up with the design and all of that, so hopefully we can get some help with that too.
So, that being said, coming up with a design that will go with the theme. So if anybody has any ideas, we've been brainstorming actually. So of course, we have a public note, but, maybe, after we can, just a little.
Sure. But as long as the frame is coming along, we have room to come up with the ideas, but yeah, just to keep in mind, we gotta make it too tall. We still wanna incorporate a hut, of course, with the shade and whatnot. But yeah, just to somehow put the nail on the head with patio on the below it.
The additional height though gives you guys more side stuff on the trailer.
Yeah.
So you can do bigger
So one
banners
thing
or.
too, I was telling, the guys is that if you look at it, they did won second place last year, and they're on a small scale, it was low. So, I think as long as we can make something, again, the idea is just to have fun with it, right? Whether we place or not, at least we participate. But, now we came out swinging last year, we like to have that same energy again this year.
And on that note, because thanks to the vice last year, he took the bull by its horn and ran with it. And, it was pretty much every night there to get the float done. And so, I'm asking the council members if your time permits, please come out and assist with your hands. Donation of food, drinks, for the workers and the volunteers, whatever you can do.
Where are you building?
It's at the gym.
At the gym? What time in the night?
So now we're kind of trying to incorporate it within the workday.
Yeah.
Until we have that design or like a working concept at the very least, then we can start utilizing that time after work and weekends. So we'll let you know. We'll let you guys know for sure. We're gonna start those odd hour schedules. But, yeah.
It's hot during the day.
Oh yeah. Luckily now we have a 20x40 over us while we work to the frame, right?
Yeah.
But then that's how big that trailer is, because you put it 20x40, the roof is already like this.
Yeah.
But on the trailer, right? So yeah, it's a big one. Yeah. So we do have to make stairs. He keep looking at you, man. Yeah, so whenever time permits, man. I know you're doing it.
So, again, we will keep you guys posted on the chat, once they get over that process, and then, from there, we start working. On that note, we got a call from I think it's a parent of one of the liberation candidates from Palm Island.
Oh, yes.
So she'll be here, and she's from Yigo, so the request was if she's able to write the float. I don't see why not.
That's the question.
They're from Texas?
Yeah. The mom's mama,
It was a
Tomas
Michelle.
Floyd.
Michelle, her
The one
mom,
that one of their
Cruz.
summer employees took the call, Michelle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so,
Is just her herself or is that a bunch of them?
no, just her.
Just her?
Yeah, just her to write the float with our candidate, which, I agree because she's from Yigo.
Yeah.
So, and she's gonna be here. So, I just need to give her a call. Yeah, so, that's about it for, the Liberation Day float. Any questions?
In general, yeah, I would recommend that we, though, for those applications for zone change that where they waived the,
Regarding the float.
oh, sorry.
Sorry. Okay. No questions? No? Okay. Moving on to announcements. There's a medical fundraiser this Saturday for Councilmember Greg Caldwell's son. He came back from the Philippines for medical and his son has leukemia. So they're doing a medical fundraiser again this Saturday, 5:30 to 10 o'clock at Icon in Tumon. $10. If you're able to support, we want to be there to show our support as council members. Or if you're not able to make it, or even a donation of a raffle prize, or whatever you want to donate. It's really up to you, but that's for this Saturday, again, Greg Cobbleson at Club Icon. Second, again, Liberation pageant and coronation tickets, I'm not here, $25 if you're interested. Anything else? Any other announcements?
Oh, no, so with the two applications that where they waived the public hearing, I recommend we vote on it because we don't know if we're gonna have quorum next time, and we don't wanna leave them hanging. So, is that appropriate?
So, the suggestion was, to vote on the two applicants, and this is so that we can, generate the, resolution for submission to, land management, so that their application can move forward. For as long as we don't submit the resolution, their application, is asked for.
And I think it's kind of, as far as the applications, they're not asking for too much. The Kiko Loop one, there's multiple, multi-units, there's like a couple apartments and a bunch of R2 surrounding areas, so it doesn't make sense not to, I think they're within reason with the two additional duplexes, and I think everything's kind of in line, and the other one was already in the developed area. I think it's just because Yigo was all agricultural at one point in time, and then it's just now we're starting to develop, and there's still just these pockets of land that's just been kind of passed down, or like this one where it was granted without changing the conditions. So I don't see a reason why we're not gonna do the motion.
Remind me which ones they were?
It's the second and last one, I believe.
Second and fourth?
Yes. Okay, so there's a suggestion by, Mr. Councilmember Pete Santos to, go ahead and vote on the two, applications. Can I get a motion?
I move to vote on the two applications where the public hearings are waived, so we can move the process forward for the applicants.
A second.
Okay, so there's a motion to approve the, applications for, Mr. Luis Dueñas and Wen Chen. And this is so that we can, draft the resolution for, our approval so that the application can move forward. Is there any objections?
I'm sorry, Mayor. I just sorry, just, so this is the row house under the terrace? The one that we just, not the cow one, correct?
No. The Calvo one was tabled.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So any objections? No objections? So ordered. We've exhausted the items on our agenda. Can we get a motion to adjourn?
I'm a motion, at 7:35 to adjourn this council meeting.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, motion to adjourn, 7:35. Any objections? None? So ordered. This meeting is adjourned.
Good meeting.
Thank you.